Happy New Year, everybody. It's Kim Massey with Coldwell Banker Westburn Realty, and we're here with Sherlock with the Win Louis Group, a mortgage broker. And he's going to explain about the new mortgage changes as of January 1st. We are in the lovely Olympic Village. A few of our clients have, lucky enough, closed in the Tower Green. And it's going to be an exciting time this year in real estate and in this particular neighborhood. Sherlock, thank you. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Thank you. Great. Thank you, Kim. Thanks for having me. Thank you, Bassy, for having me as well. The regulatory body of the major banks has had announced a new mortgage policy back in October. And that was quite a busy time from October to the end of the year with everybody trying to get into the market qualifying under the old mortgage policies. Now that we're into 2018, as of January 1st, the new mortgage policies apply. So any new applications, any pre-approvals all have to fall under that same qualifications. So what the regulatory body did was make it mandatory for the major banks to qualify an applicant based on the rate that they're receiving plus the 2%. And these apply to all the conventional mortgages, which are 20% down or more. The high ratio mortgages, which were less than 20% down, purchases were not affected. So for instance, if your 5-year fixed rate was 3.44%, you'd have to qualify as if the rates was 5.44%. So it's a pretty big difference. About a 20% decrease in purchasing power compared to last year. And the second part of that mortgage policy was that, say your rate was 2%, and add 2 to that is 4%. Well, they won't allow you to qualify just based on that 4%. It's actually the greater of the Canadian benchmark rate, which currently is 4.99%, or your rate plus 2%. So it's either more or less 5% or higher is what the government is making everybody qualify under. Yeah, that's it.
So what do you see as the greatest challenge for new first-time home buyers coming to the market?
Yeah, the biggest challenge for first-time home buyers, I would say, especially if you are a first-time home buyer with 20% down or more, is the income needed to qualify is higher. So, for example, $400,000 mortgage, typically, in 2017 and before, the income needed was roughly around $70,000 a year. Now it's increased to $85,000 a year family income. So the higher income is needed, and to offset that, then if your income is obviously set, a lot of people are, then you'd have to come up with more down payment to come up to the same purchasing power that you were looking at before. So that would be probably the biggest challenge, is trying to come up with more down payment if your income is static, doesn't change, and you're still looking at the same price range.
So, of course, the other question would be now to the investors. How would that affect people like some of my clients that bought into the new Tower Green building? How would that affect their mortgage application?
Yeah, so for quite some time now, the banks have, and many of the banks, not all, have already been making it harder on investors qualifying for mortgages. When you have more than one property, it gets exponentially harder to qualify for. Some lenders have capped it at 4 properties max, and if you have more than 4, they won't even do the mortgage for it. So to add this new mortgage policy into play, it does make it even more so harder for investors to buy more and more property, especially when they're over that 4 property kind of limit. Yeah. So more income is needed, but if you don't have more income, more down payment.
Well, thank you. And any more questions, please contact Sherlock. We have left the information down here. Any inquiry about the property around downtown or in the Olympic Village, please give Massey and myself a call. Everyone, have a great 2018. All the best. Take care.